You good to go? I think it's best if we're gonna go with the Rover because it's already parked outside. So you don't have a bag yet. Why don't you have a bag yet? We gotta go. What? I mean, what do you mean you're not going? You can't not go, babe. I'm... Come here. Baby, I know that you're scared about this, but we've talked it over so many times. We had a lot of meetings with the doctor. It's just a small routine operation. I know that you're scared of hospitals and I know it's freaking you out, but you can't not go, babe. Okay, I'll tell you what. How about we just leave right now, and as soon as you're taken away, I'll drive back here. I'll get you a go bag, and I'll be back before you're even woken up again. How's that? Baby, you can't not go. Hey, come here. Listen, I know that this scares you, and you have every right to be scared about this, but there is no risk involved in what's gonna happen, okay? You're just gonna go to sleep for a bit, and then you're gonna wake up, and it's gonna hurt for a little bit, and you're gonna need to have some aftercare for a little bit, and you have to stay in the hospital for one night. That's what the doctor said. But I'm gonna be here every step of the way. I told you, I have no work tomorrow. I took everything off my schedule. You are all I'm focusing on, and I'm gonna be there for you, anything you need, okay? Okay. Let's talk about it, okay? Let's sit down. I'm gonna send a quick message and tell them that we're gonna be a little late. No, it's fine. I mean, they'll just have to wait. I mean, it's a good thing that they're Westbound fans, if you know what I'm saying. I can maybe get some sway in there. But I'll just send them a message and we can kind of talk about this. I want you to be comfortable, but I also just want you to understand that there's no reason to freak out about this, okay? Okay, sit down. Okay. Tell me why you don't want to go. Okay, I get that. I get that it feels scary, and I know that you have troubles with falling asleep. We've talked about that, and that it's really terrifying for you, the anesthetic and everything. I get that. But I think counterpoint to that would be getting anesthetic is easier than falling asleep, and you fall asleep every night. Well, most of the nights. So that's not really as big of a challenge because you also don't really have a say in it. You just count backwards and then you're just gone. Yeah, I've had surgeries before, and I remember just being kind of scared about them as well. And then I remember just the doctors and the nurses just talking to me and putting me at ease, and I woke up after that and everything was fine. So, what do you mean if you're gonna wake up, babe? The chances of something like that happening, I mean, yes, they do happen, but A, they don't happen at huge hospitals like this. And B, even if they do happen, they have do you remember how I had that friend that we don't really see anymore, Helen? You remember her? She was a nurse. And I remember one night I was talking to her about anesthesia and surgeries and everything. And she told me what people don't realize is that there are so many fail-safes in anesthesia. Like, if something happens where you don't wake up like from the usual thing that they do, then there's like a plan B. And if that doesn't work, there is a plan C and a plan D. And I'm pretty sure it goes all the way up to like G or H. And she said that she never had anybody like that didn't wake up from plan B. And she's been a nurse for like a lot of time. So, like, plan B, baby, that's the second one. And there's like, I can't count. There's like 7 or 8 of them. So the chances of something happening during that surgery are so astronomically small. And I get that you're worried about it. I'm not saying it's not valid, but I just want you to know that it's like, it's so safe. And I'll be there with you every step of the way until they like send me away. And even then, I might be dramatic and make a scene about it just because I want to. That's the love of my life right there. Just like yell at everybody. I'd be into that if you wanted to, if that will make you feel better. Yeah. You okay? I promise you, I'll stay there all through the night if you have to stay there, and I will tell you bad stories, as you know I'm really good at, and I'll bring some games. I'll bring you a phone charger so you can Tinder all you want. You know, you might get lucky. You might have like a really hot doctor coming in. Who knows? Flirt with them, you know, get her number, maybe like see where it goes. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily a deal breaker. If it makes you leave right now, I will let you hook up with any doctor you want. And I will say right now that I regret that statement. I retract it, and this has never happened. Seriously, though. I promise you it's going to be all right. Even though it looks really scary. But they wouldn't schedule this surgery if it wasn't for your own good. And I, for one, just want you to be okay. And if the surgery means that you are going to be okayer in the long run, then I want to do it. And I know it's not up to me, but I really think you should do it too. Because what if you back out right now and it gets worse? And then by the time that you are convinced that maybe you should look into it, it might, like, the schedules might not line up and there might not be a surgery. I'm not saying that to scare you. I just want you to be realistic about this. It's a small procedure. It's going to be all right. And I want you to do it because I love you and I care about you. And short-term wise, this sucks really bad. I got that. But long-term wise, you're going to be so much better off. And please, please for me, please just come with me. Thank you, baby. No, I'm not being the brave one. You're being the brave one. I'm just there for moral support and a bit of physical support, but that's going to depend on what the wheelchair situation is going to be. I can totally like princess carry you through the hallways. Ooh, that'd be even more dramatic than the previous one. We could combine them. Just like carry you out to like the room just crying. The love of my life. Ah. I've got a flair for the dramatics. For real though, this isn't about me. Whatever you need, okay? So, you coming? Okay, no, hang on, before we leave. Sorry, I know, my bad. which games do you want me to bring? Because there are wrong answers. And I remember the last time we fought about that relentlessly when I had to bring Uno and I forgot to bring Uno to the table. I'm sorry. I mean, that was one of the most brutal fights we've ever had. I still remember it because that was like board game night with like Sophia and her husband, right? I still remember the shocked expression on their faces when you started like yelling about like +4s and stuff. And I'm sorry, I will not make the same mistake again. You tell me, should I bring Uno? Okay, baby, I solemnly swear with all of my heart and everything, all the other organs, I will not forget to bring Uno in your go bag. And if I do forget to bring it, then you are welcome to walk into the nearest operating room, steal a scalpel, and just take your pick. Yes, I promise. I know those are heavy words. It's a heavy promise because I will not forget Uno this time. Yes. Okay. Now, you good? Okay, let's go.